Today I'm going to talk about using expressions in Java programs. We're going to talk about statements, variables, different data types, expressions, and operators in Java programs. There are two types of statements: simple statements and compound statements. There are four types of simple statements: declaration statements, assignment statements, control statements, and null statement. Declaration statements declare the type of the variable, such as int x. Assignment statements assign a value to a variable, like x is equal to 1, adding the variable x to the value 1. Control statements control the process based on logic. In this case, if x is less than 10, then the value of x is added by 2. Null statements are statements that do nothing in the program, such as a comment. Now the compound statement could have one or more statements within the start braces and end braces, also referred to as start blocks and end blocks. That means whatever is within the block needs to be executed one after the other. Variable. So let's take a look at what a variable is. A variable is a storage area that lets the computer know what type of variable it is so it can allocate space for the variable. There are different types of variables you can have. You can have the variable as a character, meaning it can only store character values. It can be an integer, meaning only integer values like 1 or 2, but not 1.5. Then you have float, which is for real numbers, like when you're dealing with money. You have boolean, you have byte, short, long, and double. So those are the different data types that a variable can have. In the program, you need to let the computer know what type of variable it's going to be, so it can allocate the space for that value in the memory. There are 5 different types of operators. You can have arithmetic operators, assignment operators, unary operators, equality and relation operators, and conditional operators. Arithmetic operators are the ones where you're adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing numbers. Assignment operators are the ones that have equal sides. So whatever on the right-hand side of the equal sign, the computer forms the operation and the results are saved in the variable on the left of the operator. This equation is the same as saying whatever the value of x is, add z to it, and use x as a storage place for the results of it. So if you have y is plus equal to 2, it's the same thing as saying y is equal to y plus 2. Now we're going to look at unary operators. A positive number is indicated by a plus sign. A negative is indicated by a minus sign. If you see a plus plus, that means to increment the value by 1. If you see a minus minus, that means to decrement by 1. Exclamation mark means to invert the value. Let's look at the example here. Here we're assigning the value of x to be 2. When you see x plus plus, that lets the program know to increment the value of x by 1, making x equal to 3. Here the x will increment by 1, again making the value to 4. Then it would decrement the value by 1, making x 3, and then it decrements again, making x to 2. Equality and relational operators are used in an if statement to evaluate if the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side, or it's not equal to the right-hand side, and so on. So let's take a look at the example here. Here the computer is told to assign the value of x as 2 and y to 5. The if statement will evaluate if x is less than or equal to y, then it will print the message. Since x is less than y, it will print the message. You can also have conditional operators. One is a symbol for and the other is for or. What it does is evaluate if the left-hand side and the right-hand side are both true. Or is for one or the other are true. Let's look at an example here. You're assigning x to be 2 and y is 5. The computer evaluates the expression and looks at it if x is less than 10, which is true, and y is greater than 4, and that's true too. So we'll print this message because both expressions are evaluated as true. That's it for this video. See more in the upcoming Java programming videos.